Dave and Lenny back on My Home Improvement. We do these little audio and video vignettes all the time. They all link back to myhomeimprovement.com, where people contribute their questions and we try to get them answers. We're going to talk about curb appeal and driveways, which is one of your many specialties, Mr. Contractor.
Yes, and what a affordable way to get the best value out of your home. Did you know that landscaping and hardscaping is the most affordable way to get return in value?
That's the first thing people see when they pull up, too.
People see. If your curb appeal looks bad, they're not even walking into your castle inside.
Good point.
So you need to get that curb appeal from the front.
Let's dive in just a little bit. Now, you focus, many of your projects have to do with driveways.
Yes.
In the southeastern part of the country.
Yeah, my first half of my career was landscaping, so.
Yeah, right. Why did you switch?
There was enough hardscaping down south where I could pick one instead of doing different variables up north, from landscaping to walls to patios. We did all kinds of different things in the landscaping field and hardscaping up north, and there's too much hardscaping down here.
What kind of a budget typically are you looking for? Average driveway now, I know they vary.
That is such a very, very hard question to ask, because literally some places in the country you can't even buy the material for what you get, what the professionals are charging. In
Montreal, by the way, when I lived there, we had friends that had driveways that were heated just to keep the ice and snow off.
What a great idea. The only problem is you got to find that leak if the pipe ever breaks. It's kept at a certain degree to melt the ice and snow, so you don't have to worry about grabbing that salt or shovel, which, by the way, salt is so devastating.
What are typical surface products, materials being used for driveways? What do you see?
Well, you get different variables all over the place, but brick pavers are more common down south because of ground temperature not going below 32 degrees, but that is a variable that's a very small window, because even as far north as northern Florida, you still have different variables with rock that's needed for base that you really do not need in southern Florida.
What's the benefit of a cement driveway?
Affordability, and it aesthetically looks good.
Makes sense.
Depending on where you're at also, but like your rock application, then your asphalt, concrete, brick pavers, and then there's also stamped concrete that is similar to brick pavers depending on where you're at, which makes it much more affordable to put that in.
Does color come into play a little bit?
It depends on what you're talking about,
okay.
But if you're just using a concrete driveway, you want to be really careful. If you have a normal concrete driveway and you want that color, you put the wrong paints down, I've seen it extremely slick. I've seen the wrong stuff and it peels off. It could really cause you more problems than it's worth. If you put the wrong application down, half of it's coming off, the other half does not want to come off. So good luck trying to strip that.
Wow.
And it's just not a fun application. So I would make a decision from the beginning to either go stamped concrete or live with what you have.
If you have a question on your driveway, thinking about having it resurfaced, redone, heated driveway, depending on what part of the country you're in, let us know, and let's get some suggestions back to you, and we invite our contributors to also weigh in. It's all about myhomeimprovement.com.